Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at replacing the carrier bearing on a 2000 Nissan Xterra rear-wheel drive, and it's a two-wheel drive vehicle. Excuse me. So I have the shaft on a vise here at my workbench. Um, don't over tighten the vise on the shaft itself because you can damage it. As you can see, I have the shaft in one piece. I'm replacing the transmission on this Xterra as well. And when we started going to remove the transmission, we found that this carrier bearing was completely gone. So we're going to replace that. One thing that you have to know is that you mark your drive shafts matings where your U-joints are, so that way when you go to put it back together, everything is balanced from the factory. So just try to keep everything the same as you can. So once you have your markings, you have the shaft on a vise to hold it in place. Then you can go ahead and start removing this shaft from the front shaft, so that way you can get to a bolt that is in here, so that you can remove the bearing out. So these are 8mm bolts that you need to remove, and then we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, with the brackets removed, I said they're identical and one on either side. Just these two bolts, 8mm. After that, now this second half of the shaft can just come off. You're just going to need something to pry it. Oh, there you go. Pry it off. You can set that aside, right? And then now I will show you the bolt or the nut that I'm referencing earlier that we have to remove when we get in here. So if you look at the shaft, so there it is right here. You remove that, and then you can remove this little shackle from it, and then you'll be able to get to the carrier bearing. As you can see, I forgot to mention earlier, so the socket size for this bolt is 24mm, and there is a washer that is installed along with the nut right here. Now you just need a gear puller to get this out, and then you should be able to get the carrier bearing after that. So this is the assembly that I have, right? And it shouldn't take that much to remove it. I didn't even have to use a socket or anything, a ratcheting. I just did it by my hand, and it should just come off. So I wasn't able to get a good gear puller on here because of the rubber bushing itself. So what I had to do to get it out is just grab a chisel and hammer and get behind here and hammer just right underneath all of the rubber, and then just slowly start chipping away at it, and then it would break loose. The areas that I was hitting, the area was right here underneath the rubber and still in this little metal housing. I'll show you in the new one. So like I said, the area that I was hitting was this actual little metal piece right here, hitting on it, because if you hit on the rubber, you're not gonna really get any force behind it. So like I said, this is the new one, right? It should be in one piece. It is not, obviously. And so this one, be very careful. Grab a socket, or if you have a bearing installer, you can go ahead and put it there and then lightly hammer it in. Fortunately enough, this carrier bearing actually is very clean in the fact that I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So the surface of this is very nice and clean. We do live in California, so there's really no rust. So there's not much work for me to do there. Now to install, you just reverse order. Ensure that you know which direction your carrier bearing goes. There is a one-way direction. On the old one, you can see that there was a arrow indicating that direction of where the bearing needed to be how the bearing needs to be installed. So just pay close attention to when you remove yours, and then ensure that you can put it back the right way. Thank you guys for watching the video. I know I have a little bit of work to do, especially with my camera work, but I hope that um, I help some of you out. I'll put the torque specifications for the bolts that I have removed and the nut to go along with the video in the description. I appreciate you guys, and until next time.